So, sadly, session without Robin. He will be sorely missed. We will kill off his character off screen.
Ran away.
Exactly, he did. After aiding the ascension of the would-be god Anthe, you found yourself reaching for Gord through the sands of Sevran, going through the gates into this dead world, where you found a large domed city where Gord resided. Him having regained all of the missing memories of the doppelganger or the changeling that had replaced him. Here he was kept in isolation in this oddly forgotten ancient earth city that still clung to some far-flung technologies long lost to this beautiful little fantasy world that we find ourselves in. There it was, well, made clear that Kirkserin, the necromancer, he who would have defeated death, presides as its ruler. And no one here seems to be wise of who he is and what he has done. The crystal domed city here is a normal place for the most part, where people live their lives, although somewhat oddly dull and repetitive, with background noise by Yannick.
Sorry.
You've been allowed to mingle somewhat with some of the city rangers. You were accosted by a strange woman named Litha, who clearly knows who Kirkserin is, and tries to use you to stir up the pot a little, as she is clearly from the other world. Here, eventually you were brought in front of Kirkserin for an audience, who has the guise of a presidential figure here, loved by the city, and clearly in control of most of it. And with this guise, in a neat suit and a grand smile, he greets you and beckons you in for a chat. That is where we left off. I will also say that for this, you are no longer in the city of Alosso. You are instead
Sevran.
On Sevranus.
Nice.
And that's why I needed your vision earlier, Nolan, because this is what you see right now.
What?
This is the city limits. You've been brought to the city from the west. And I think you can just barely make out those trenches, those cliffs where the gate stands. And I will mark a thing. You guys can mark things, of course. I will end you imminently if you draw silly things.
I have no token that grants vision in this plane.
Oh, no.
The thing.
You were left behind. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Feels very high school.
There you go. There you are. So the gate being over there. Ish.
Then you said we had a peculiar high school experience back on the one shot.
All right. So you are here now. The city itself, you will see, has some green to it as well, because there are some forests and there is a river running through as well. It is massive. It is around 40 to 50 kilometers inside this dome. because I will actually say that I have a thing here, but you guys can see that yet. Yeah, about, I will say 20, 25 feet on the map is about 20 kilometers.
Okay. And the city is pushing against the blue boundary. They are in shortage of space, or?
Well, the city itself, the fertile lands, shall we say, or habitable land, goes all the way to the edges, but there is still room. The forests, however, are somewhat necessary for oxygen and all those kind of things in foraging, so it is a functional part of the city. Most of this stuff you can learn through, reading the brochures and the terminals and all that while on your downtime. And the central light spot is this large central column, that crystal that goes all the way to the top, where it seems to the dome seems to originate. Near the edges, there is still development happening where, well, the fences are made and all those things. And of course, there is also a singular point from which you can exit the city. And I will mark that. There we go. And that is over there. Very tiny little dots. So maybe another good color. Yeah, there you go. That is the exit. Well, for now, you are now in the very center. You see this expanse. This is a little higher than the others. It's an island around which a large river runs basically in a circle and then goes to the reservoirs to supply the city. This is a little higher ground where you have a nice vantage point, as there isn't really much of a horizon here. It is simply the dome that's 40 kilometers. So you still see a curvature slightly. Enough at least to horizon, it's
So
still
Sevran
here.
is not flat.
Sevran is sadly not flat. And you see these large skyscraper buildings, these large constructions over there. You have an overview of where the forest also starts, this district, rather sharply. With that, you... one moment, please. You are now in this large, stately hall with marble flooring. You hear the clacking of your footfalls, and really not much security. You had a few, let's say, reporters, people taking an interest in your arrival and who you were. A story being spun that you are survivors of another city somewhere on Severnus.
Just, we came up with that.
Yes.
Right? We were the ones telling them we came from another city. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Boy, right.
We put that idea in their heads.
And
Am
also,
I the
of
only
course,
one with the Beyonce video in my head?
probably. And also, of course, the strange creature you carry along with you, as that is clearly in the open as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is where we begin. You are led into a sort of a conference room away from prying eyes. There are a few people running to and fro here, but very quickly you realize those people are vacating the area, allowing you to be alone. And here you are.
Did we pass by the reporters close by before we entered the room?
I will say you were led on the stairs, and they were somewhat cordoned off. Kirksaren had addressed them, and then you don't really get a chance to interact with them.
Okay.
Unless you want to, do something Nolan-like. Okay.
No. Not yet.
Okay, I understand. So, you are led inside in relative silence, and here you are in this room. Maybe, ironically, a bit reminiscent of the king's hall in Olossa. But here, much more starker furniture, many chairs in the middle and a large table, and Yxarin walking with his back to you to the head of the table and sitting down.
The last time we saw him, he turned out to be made of snow and like a simulacrum,
Yes.
I think is the correct term, right?
Correct. Yes.
Should I make a perception check to try and figure out if this one is real, or is it just, is it just an identical copy that makes it
I will
impossible to
allow you a
distinguish?
perception check.
Okay.
4. Get my dice up as well. Looking back, there was no physical way of how this fake Yxarin had moved to know. But there was one thing, that there was hidden almost into under his hairline, basically, there was a gem embedded in the forehead that then shattered and broke as he died. As far as you can tell, this Yxarin has his hair a little flatter, not as shaggy as it was, and there is no gem present. He will sit down, clasp his hands with a loud clap, and motion all of you to sit. Please. We have much to discuss, I'm afraid.
Do we? I guess.
Oh, yes.
And I'll sit. But like, don't wanna, but I'll sit.
I can't remember you being talkative when we addressed you on our realm.
Yes, well, now that you are in my realm, there are... Oh, very much so. Things have not quite gone according to plan. But, well...
Plan being?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you. You are not foolish enough to simply start flinging spells and swords at me. That would be unfortunate.
We know the power you wield. We're not stupid.
Ah, well,
It wasn't really for you. We're not doing it. It's for all the other persons we're gonna shock. They don't know anything, so let's see first what our presence does to them.
yes.
If they weren't here, I probably will already have cast a spell on you.
Well, you would have attempted.
I think another thank you is in order. I feel we played right into your hands. We got rid of this monstrous entity, and now you're free to roam this planet to look for a thing that is lost.
Yes. There is a give and a take in what transpired, I will say. It sort of expedited some of the issues I was having, but we are far from free to roam these lands. Even more so than before, we had him as a sort of guardian. Now, that is gone. Still, we lost more rangers to him than anything else out there, or at least they were never given a chance.
Is it the swarm out there?
Amongst others, the remnants of the Four, and other
yeah.
things I can't quite put my finger on.
So the battle is still raging, albeit kindled. Diminished.
Compared to what it was before, it has simmered somewhat, but the coals are still hot. This dome will still protect us and will need to do so for quite some time.
And what is powering this dome?
This place was made out of necessity
Oh yes.
for the corruption in the other world. Your world, no longer mine.
Your world.
As much as I will not eat a spoiled meal, that place is rotten to the core and will never be cleansed.
You were born there. It's your home.
You are trying to reach to me, to my
Okay.
sentimentality. That's
You have none.
beneath you.
It's just, well, you're not really helping the situation in our realm, are you?
No, I was just wondering if this magical dome to protect the fake playground of city you have created here is well, is powered by the souls you are stealing from our realm. You see.
I am borrowing them.
Oh,
They are not being consumed as such. It
oh,
is.
so can we have them back? Then we will be out of your hair in like 5 minutes, and you
No.
can.
There is no such thing as borrowing a soul, Nolan.
Is there? Isn't
Person
there?
is dead. Purple is not dead.
There's magic.
You are well aware
It's using
of
a
the
soul,
pact
not
stones.
borrowing. Of course, but borrowing means someone willingly gives it to you.
Else they would have been given to undeserving gods to do with what they please in their afterlives, to reincarnate. Useless. You are aware of the structures of the Pact Stone. It is a crystal that holds souls, is it not? Although used for certain
Yes.
certain devices that would otherwise not be welcome to the mortal realm. But if you will simply use the crystallization, simply use it as a matrix on which to weave those souls, it becomes something quite resilient indeed. But I am not here to discuss this. We are opposed in this matter, I understand. That is not why I have allowed you to be here for as long as you have already. I am willing to go along with the facade that there might be other cities out there. It's a rumor that comes and goes sometimes, so I'm willing to play the part in it.
Well,
This is, of
was
course,
setting. I could have told them there's another realm and that you were there and stealing souls. So we tried. Maybe that's not a good idea. So let's go with this lie. No.
there is one thing I have appreciated about you, Nolan, that is that you do seem to have some semblance of a grasp on things. We
Okay.
have a different problem here. Whether or not you agree, whether or not you wish to serve gods or not, now that Anthe is gone, for better or for worse, things will be stirred up. What I said to my people is not the whole truth. Yes, of course, we are free to roam, bar it from all the other threats out there. And indeed, the thing that must be found. Tell me, you are all aware of the nature and origin of magic on our world, or and he catches himself on that, on your world?
Somewhat, yes.
No.
I look at Nolan. He's the one who grabs the detail
Can I
a bit more.
gauge Kirkseren's stress level, his emotional level? Is he anxious? Is he nervous? Is he calm?
Go for insight.
Well,
Ooh.
Calm as a cucumber.
I need to check a stat block
Oh boy.
because I rolled dog shit.
Hey, me too.
Bum, bum, bum,
Yeah, but
bum,
you have +9. So
bum, bum, bum. Oh boy,
does he?
I have been over prepping today. Way up there, way up
Boris.
there, Morty. All right. That's a tie. So, which means you have it. So, he has a pretty good deception roll. Yes, he is nervous. Not about you. He doesn't feel like he's in imminent danger. You realize perhaps that, as he alluded to, attacking him here is not a good option, maybe not an option at all. He is not scared of you, but as he mulls the words, he pauses, he thinks, and he knows, he is listing in his mind the things he needs to deal with right now, because he's caught off guard. A prepared wizard is dangerous, but catching him off guard, there can be some leeway here and there. He definitely didn't think Ante were to leave today.
He didn't expect us to be here either.
No. So he's trying to make use of the situation.
As he asks his question, I'm figuring out the words because they need to be spot on.
Yeah.
The origin of magic. You mean the chaining of my god and diverting his magic to your stone so you can manipulate it?
Your god, is it? Well, in essence, if the Arcane Dawn had not occurred the way it did, perhaps Helios would have been the first. But it wasn't. Very, for the layman among you, something happened here on Sevranus that caused such a cataclysmic event that the very essence, the very notion of its location engraved in Arcana was the first thing to be flung across the stars to our world. That first piece of magic was the address, the location of Sevranus, a teleportation circle. It is from that all things are distilled. That original circle is here somewhere. I have not been able to find it. And I believe whatever caused that cataclysm, it was a wound to the swarm. Something incredible was used. And it is here. Because I think we are all in agreement. The swarm is our natural enemy. The more magic used, the more it is attracted. That does not go well for my devices, my designs, and neither for you. For your gods, as small as they are, all they can do is safeguard your world. And for me, I am here stuck in this bubble until I can use grand magic to restore this world.
To become a god
So,
and only be able to have puny protection of your planet.
what you are saying is that our goals align because the swarm is a danger for both of us realms.
Exactly. And as a druid, don't you think this dead world deserves to feel the embrace of nature once more?
I don't know. This world is not my world. I like my rotten place. For all I care, I just go back home. I'm somewhat, of course. There are people on this realm, but for me it feels so distant. I'm having a problem. Well, it's hard to grasp.
Well, that is good,
Swarm is just
because this world is not meant for your kind.
yes, I know what you think of other people. You want the cleansing, don't you?
I want a new start. I want, much perhaps to your surprise, Boris Fintat was it? I want to see the world where Helios was what brought divine and magic, a construction of human origin, not foreign to our planet. I am very much enthralled with that which you worship. It is a strange thing. I too want to learn more perhaps than you.
Have you ever
Hmm.
considered looking into the teachings and actually helping the people instead of only helping you? Because you have only mentioned one thing, what you want. You have 12 million people around you. What do they want? I only see a egotistical maniac hell bent on getting more power.
I have the weight of history behind me. I see what has become of this world and what destruction wrongly used magic can bring. I am very keenly aware, even amongst my compatriots, my dear fallen council. I do not wish to invite the swarm. I wish to find a solution for it, or at least a permanent protection.
Isn't the solution not using magic?
Instead
As
of
you said, using magic
engorging your
attracts
problem.
them. Not using magic, they should go away.
Well,
Exactly
not
why do you think that my city is without magic? And I would ask you to keep it that way. Even if there is protection in the barrier, its use does attract certain attention.
Then what powers this barrier? Is it the sunstones?
souls.
Souls in a magical matrix alignment, for as far as I understand. So you're
I
talking in riddles and bending your words to prevent us from using magic, yet you
I
Power this crazy city with magic.
believe it's
Around from
basically a big backstone, which is the layers of this dome. If I what he just told us.
In some ways, and yes, I have used some of the requirements. Well, there were certain requirements that needed some intervention of Project Helios to widen the city, to improve it. And if you are wondering why, the dome is specially designed to act as a non-detection barrier.
magical barrier.
Yes, but it is still small. Compared to the magic that was once used to lure the swarm to your world, it pales in comparison. But still, it draws attention to whatever remains on this world. But we are getting off track again. The essence here is that there is something of great value on this world still. That is what drew us here. That is what the mark is. This is why it was resettled before my time. The time of Anthe. And I think that whatever remains there were used again, or at least who started to awaken when Anthe made his last stand. The location of which is a mere 50-60 kilometers away to the north from here. So, considering you are my guests, and considering you can keep yourself proper, I would suggest you aid me in scouring these lands. I am preparing a sortie of my ranger squadrons, well-trained people that are valuable to me. They are truly the only worthwhile asset I have in this city.
Why
Go
do
into
you
the
keep the
sand.
city? Why do you keep it if it's not valuable at all? So many lives you're wasting.
What this city is potential. Right now, it is a drain of resources. It has no purpose, and its people go about their days.
They mean nothing to you, do they? People.
Oh,
the
not
city.
at all. Oh, complete the contrary. But they are in a chrysalis. They are yet to be. They are yet to become something more than a simple memory of what the world used to be.
You want them to experience magic, but first you want to destroy the swarm. That's it.
Indeed. They will learn in time, and they are capable. They are educated. But right now, all they do is sustain themselves in this little bubble, this little terrarium. It pains me greatly, but this is all we could do. If I were to tell them, we take the sands today, and we give them all a weapon and march out, why, less than half would survive the first day.
You see, there's a flaw in your plan, even if the swarm would be destroyed and your people here would discover magic and the full limits of their potential. Mankind is prone to corruption and to abuse, so your pretty world will yet again end in chaos.
As
Ah,
you are the living embodiment of it.
with one small difference than before.
You'll all make them undead.
No. No. Far too crude a solution. No. When our world fell, when the demons and dragons and all manner of creatures arrived, there was no god to unify them. There was no god to purify their magic and make it safe. It was only after the Planner Dawn.
There we go. Another one trying to be a god. That's
No,
always what's it, isn't
I do
it?
not need to be. I shall simply be the shepherd that brings them to the light. Helios is already here.
Ah,
Yet I cannot sense him.
Sleeping. Slow.
He channels
So-
his power, he's not asleep. He's chained by despots like you.
Deep down in your teachings, you shall find that Helios was made with a purpose. It went beyond that purpose and became its own sovereign god. I was not the one to chain it.
Project Helios.
yes.
We are brothers in faith, Boris.
Then why did
I
you
sim-
kill so many people?
I am responsible for death, yes, and I consider myself a master of it. But compared to what came before, to the slaughters, not millennia, but hundreds of millennia, that slaughter is which I want to prevent.
So you are, well, playing the evil guy, and you're justifying your actions on something that happened hundreds and thousands of years ago. Doesn't that justify anything for anyone?
I am not seeking for justification. I have my designs, and you may see me evil. I really, it doesn't matter what you think and what your people think.
No, clearly we have different views. So, if we help you finding whatever is lost in the sands in the north, and let's say well, you get what you want, which insurance do we have that you will stop meddling in our realm, that rotten place you so hate?
None? Because
None.
once he
Do it.
becomes a god,
Once, that's exactly my point. Once this society or this planet becomes thriving, seeking for more place, what's stopping you from entering our realm and doing it all over again?
I
and
think
what's
you
after
have
destruction of the swarm?
destruction of the swarm is something I did not say. Suppression, yes. I wish to become a threat to it, so I am left alone. I don't believe that the swarm is something to be destroyed. I believe, as much as the gods, that they are a representation of entropy. Something changed at the very nature of our existence here. But you all think on much too small a scale. You
Life
came
needs
here.
entropy.
Sorry?
Life needs entropy to actually be godlike.
Exactly. So the swarm will always be a thing, and the gods will always have their play. And I understand the world to be far gone. hence the need for what I am building here. You came here through a gate. You must know, there were others. There were many.
Mhm.
And they were spread not just on this world and the other. Humanity once reached far, far further. You can have your world rotten to the core. You can go back to that pustule. I wish to seek the worlds we left behind. Perhaps find long-lost brethren that are fighting their own war, and I can bring them the solution.
And after that, the swarm is tamed. You found your compatriot. You've achieved your godhood that you seek for. You've created your realm. What then?
I don't know, Boris, what then?
It's your insatiable hunger that's driving this thing. Your need
Hunger.
to compete with entropy, the actual entropy of the universe. The driving of a god. Once you're at godhood, what's next?
I am already beyond death. Cheating entropy is the first trick I learned.
As did many others, it seems.
I will admit, it is not the most difficult trick, but I have executed it quite perfectly. What else is there to do, Boris? I do not know. If you wish to grill me on my designs and blame me for only seeing a millennia into the future, then I apologize, you are my better.
Sorry, I'm reading God Emperor of Dune. I'm getting quite a lot of flashbacks here.
Never said I was original.
I believe you're not looking into the millennia of the future. You are
I
looking
think he's
into
changing into a worm. Watch
you are
out.
you are looking into millennia of the past, where you are just not open to change. You want everything to be as it used to be. That's not the future. That is
And
living
you
in
think
history.
that the path the gods have laid before us, you know them of all people. Do you think it's sustainable, what is happening? Have you stand in the ruins of how many empires? Do you
No.
see the standard of living here? Even in my little snow globe. These people, they live fulfilling lives, dull as it might be, but no hunger. Technology at a stage where all can be fed, educated, and taken care of. That is not a world the gods see for you.
Well, there is a saying, ignorance is bliss, right? I think those 12 million people are suffering from it.
Yes, and as I said, I do not see this as optimal. I regret the situation we are in.
Mhm.
And the
Okay.
sooner you help me, the sooner their lives can be far more fulfilling.
Okay, I'm convinced. Yes, you have a very nice goal. Where can we enlist? So, how convinced are you that this thing you're looking for is actually capable of suppressing the swarm, of dealing damage? Where I want to see your research. Give me your notes. I want to analyze.
Show your work.
This must be based on something.
Yes. Very well, Nolan. If we have a deal, I consider you all part of the Rangers. And he reaches a hand towards you, Nolan.
I slam
And
my mace into the table.
Okay.
It's the table is made of very fine wood and
or
shatters on
my
impact.
fist. Or my
Okay,
fist.
but no, you
Just-
said mace.
But
You said mace.
I think I'm disarmed, so I don't have my mace technically.
Were you disarmed? I don't know.
Or
Well,
were we allowed to keep our inventories? What? Let's keep
yeah.
it at the mace.
So
It's there, it's emitting
and
light.
the cracks. It is fucking balsa wood, dude. They don't have a lot of options for wood here. It is quite a rare resource, and you just break through the table and crack it about a third of the way through, as Gyxarin still holds his hand out to Nolan.
I will not agree to this abomination.
What is your interest in all this? Like, why are you? Because this is taking a tremendous amount of effort and planning on your end. So, why? What do you get out of it?
The unbesmirched continuation of my people, to answer the riddle of what would have been had the gods never intervened. Is that not enough?
They will intervene. If your plan works, they will know there is another realm and they will get their influence. You will still have the same problem.
Not if the gods are not worshipped. They reach through their followers.
I say you give your notes to Nolan. He'll read them, and we'll come up with an answer tomorrow.
I won't.
Very well.
I need time to think. I don't know.
Boris, it hurts me, brother in faith.
You don't know what fate is. You only understand it as far as it ends and reaches your goals. You are a puny and weak man that only seeks power to enhance himself. I strap my mace back onto my belt and I walk to the door and I knock on it. Let me out.
He will motion and the door opens and he will say, Helios is a forgotten god. I will give them 12 million souls of prayers to begin with. Surely they shall be guided by his light.
Then you don't understand religion. If that is your take on it, he doesn't need the souls.
I get up.
And I walk out into the hallway.
But and what would happen if we would now say, nah, we refuse? Let's say pure hypothetically.
Then you are led back to the gate, and we never speak of this again.
What would it mean to you if you failed? Say, with or without our help, you don't manage to find the thing that you're looking for.
I have considered this. Honestly, I always thought that the path to victory was through the manipulation of Anthe. Another god to consider, perhaps, but not necessary now. You will understand that I am a cautious man. There is something to be said for immortality, but there are places and situations where it becomes an issue to stay alive. If I were to be caught by the swarm, or any of the other 4 that are still lingering. I am patient. In time, I will create an army large enough to take the area by storm. Your team would, of course, be exemplary. You have abilities that my soldiers will not for many years to come. A small team would make it further, I think, than any have gone before.
So we will be
But-
allowed to use magic, even though they do not understand what magic is.
They would be briefed, yes. Outside of the walls, there would be no issue.
And then when the mission ends, we have to kill them, so there are no leaks.
Funny. These men are loyal. Well, these men and women are loyal to me. They will not disobey orders.
As Dario said, we need to think.
Very
What
well.
do you think is needed to convince Boris to go along with this? Because Boris has
I'll-
left the room at this point, or is he still
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
storming
I'm out.
out? Or no? Then I do ask, like, what do you think you need to offer us or give us as guarantees that might convince Boris?
That is, I will admit, the followers of Helios are
Devout.
they amuse me. And I do like rattling their cage, so to speak. No pun intended.
Do you think that helps the constructive conversation?
Wow.
Wow. Whoa. when did Cassius get his degree in psychology? What?
Mediation.
Ja, letterlijk, dat zijn de 3 vraagjes dat ik aan het aflopen ben nu.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, the fuck.
How about this? He's the best shot. I'm the best shot he has at freeing his god. I have that knowledge, and I do not need to be friends with him in order for him to realize that. I have intricate knowledge. I know you have reached, well, you and him have reached for Helios.
Mhm.
I know that you
Yes.
have more intricate knowledge, and perhaps we could complete that knowledge together.
Yes, you see, now you're talking again. For you, everything, the goal justifies the means. Boris, he's not like that. He will rather not obtain his goal and live the way he should than obtain the goal he was set to do on a way that does not stroke.
Either it happens on his terms or mine, but it will happen soon.
See, as I understand, it's not that he needs you, but you need him. He succeeded where you failed, trying to reach for Helios.
Time, however, is on my side. It's true that perhaps it will take much longer or require more intricate methods. But I assure you, on my word, that I am not reliant on a single faithful of Helios. If he were to assist, well, it might cause less damage to the being if he were to help me.
How much time would you give us to make our decision?
Well, as I
I
said,
have all the time in this world.
This
Understand again. We are not here to be friends or allies. We have a common goal, one that will benefit us all. That is what I am offering.
so say you. We'll see.
And in the process, we do have to go out into whatever is beyond this dome and face death and whatever else, I'm assuming. Because that is the proposition that is to be considered, right?
And I assure you, in this prospect, if you are afraid of my motives, you are considerable assets. Although you've floundered around my plans so far, you have caught my eye and you have impressed me. I would be a fool to squander you, as you clearly are the best bet to reach my goals swiftly. My rangers are well trained, but they are very much mortal. They do not wield, well, somewhat enhanced, without their knowledge, weaponry, or else they would not even stand a chance against a minor demon out in the sands. The guise of technology. I have no logical reason to not aid you to the fullest.
So I am hearing you say that we are your best bet at your achieving your goals. Say the best bet you've had in years.
Yes?
Seems like you do have some interest in convincing us that this is worth it.
I've heard enough. And I walk out. Say, I need to think. I need air.
side note: do I see Helix anywhere?
Right now, no. He would be at the ranger post.
Can I ask one of the rangers if I can contact Helix?
Well, you can if you return back, right? So right now, I would say you're just walking out. But
I mean, the hallway
Yeah.
waiting for.
yeah, right
My-
now it's
He's
There's
pacing,
no-
muttering to himself.
Yeah.
"Leave that fucking idiot."
in this hall right now. I mean, there are on the outside door. There are some guards that are keeping out the reporters and all that kind of thing.
Okay, I'll wait for the compound. And
Yeah, because the rangers are really just at the gates of the city. So yeah. So you see Dario come outside of the room.
it would be funny for me if I see a face or something.
You see me. You see me. I'm over my head right now, and I'm gonna sit on the nearest chair or bench, whatever. That's there.
Yeah, there's a bench.
There we go. So I don't know, Boris.
I'm just
This
brewing.
is- This is a lot. This is a lot.
It's evil.
I just say, well, I will convey with my team members, but do bring the research notes to our rooms.
Yes, I will gather what I have.
What he wants you to see.
Most
And I
definitely.
will walk out as well to convey with my team.
Okay. Yes, you're the last one.
Yeah.
You roll stealth.
So,
roll stealth.
There is
The
there
idiots
is-
are gone. Let's talk. Yeah.
there is a non. There is like 30% of me that kind of is considering that. Yeah. I will say,
It's
like,
true.
Boris is right though. What you're saying does sound a lot like the ends justify the means. And I'm not
Don't
saying
they?
it's always wrong, but at least 2 of my party members heavily disagree with that viewpoint.
Maybe 3, but he's very silent.
Yeah, just
three.
yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Definitely
Yeah.
three.
Basically
Definitely
three.
three.
Ja.
Gord would have been. It's so sad to have him miss this,
Ja,
but it would
nee,
have definitely
inderdaad.
been
Ja,
interesting.
nee, dat is waar. Nee, inderdaad. Nee, Gord would have been Team Boris and
Yeah.
from the get-go. Yeah, that's right.
Here's the
A
thing.
lot of other people disagree with it. Yeah.
There we go.
Here's the thing. I very much understand that, but I cannot build what modicum of trust we or want to have based on their thin ideologies and moralities. I have been a villain for quite some time on in the continent of Natar. I have been responsible, or held responsible, for many things. The only thing that we have here is an opportunity to waylay and ascend, surmount all of that. An opportunity to see what is unseen, to find what has been lost. And for the first time since magic first graced your world, to have one up on the thing that threatens to destroy us all.
I get that, but you get that the whole villain part is kind of an issue that needs to be addressed at some point somehow. Because they're not willing or capable of moving past it just because you make an argument. I understand why you think the two are unrelated and one has nothing to do with what you're proposing right now, but as you are well aware, everyone else does not see them as unrelated or detached. Like, telling people you're sorry for trying to murder them should have been a good starting point
Oh.
to your conversation.
If
Even
anything,
if it's not sincere.
if anything, I have attributed to their growth quite considerably.
He's not wrong.
Oh,
But again, that is not something you should say to people.
If I have to play this character a little bit more, I'm going to have acid reflux in a minute, but it's fine.
Keep going, Cassius, keep going.
You made him.
Destroy our
Oh,
DM.
yeah.
Destroy our DM.
I have been waiting to play Kirixaren for so fucking long. You have no fucking idea. He's a bit of a
Can I
bastard.
insight check him to see
Sure.
what
What
emotional
do you
state-
want
like, did he-
insight?
How exasperated is he? Like, did he expect this kind of outcome, or is he
Probably.
trying to salvage it, or is he like, well, fuck, I guess I did my best, and if they don't agree, then so be it. I'll do another 500 years of planning, and then
How desperate is he
Well,
for us to
I am
Yeah.
rolling low, so go for that insight.
the lowest I can roll is it's
Okay.
a 23.
23 is enough. I'm rolling like dog shit, and he has a really high fucking modifier on this.
I'm guessing it's the amazing to the table.
You actually, as you're having this conversation, he'll walk over to the table and just brush his hand over it, and it starts to mend. You get a sense. 23. He's already making other plans. He's already calculating things, and he's already going like, well,
I give it my best shot.
it's like, yeah, if it doesn't happen, there's other ways. He just wanted to make use of the opportunity.
Yeah, this was a nice opportunity, but it was not his I need this to work. So he wasn't lying when he said, like, if this doesn't work, then, I'll
Yeah.
get there some other way. Okay. So he doesn't need us. That's bad because, the both parties of a conflict needing each other is kind of a big pillar of the whole mediation thing, right?
We're not
Yeah.
mediating. We are not.
No, we are not. He doesn't need us, which
He's been playing for thousands of years, so
Mhm.
We're
just-
killing the sad motherfucker. I've got
Yeah.
all the
And of
spells I need for it.
course, the thing is, whatever is out there, then
Mhm.
comes to him regardless.
Mhm.
So, with that, you also leave?
Yeah. I'll say, like, it's an interesting proposition, but I guess I'll have to confirm with my party members about it.
Good luck, and you are welcome in the city for as long as you wish.
Okay. We were alone in this, like, it was just us and him in this room, right? There weren't any of his inner circle who were also hearing all
There
this
was no one
conversation
else.
no, so as far as we know, even though he said, like, some of his guys are in the loop and they're loyal and they won't talk, like, he didn't trust any of them enough to be in this room and this much in the know about
Correct.
things. Okay. Oh, well, as far as we can see, yeah.
Yeah.
Robin wants gold.
For the people at home, Gorgeous put in the chat asking what the financial compensation is for this quest. I mean,
Ah,
obviously, I don't need to say to him that, like, as far as convincing people goes, if you throw in, like, a good magical weapon or two, I'm pretty sure Gord's on board. He knows, okay? He knows us. He knows that.
I have my beliefs. Ooh, money!
Exactly.
So yeah, you guys reconvene, are left outside.
Yeah.
The members of the press are ushered away, and you are escorted back, unless
What's
Nolan things
uh,
happen.
Well, I wanted to message Cassius and tell him, "Hey Cassius, can you steal one of those 3 mobile devices and put him from me and put him stealthily into one of the journalist's pockets, like a journalist that really works for sounds like looks like a big chief."
Okay, so one of the mobile devices, meaning one of the 3 that Nolan has on him, right?
Yes,
He's
but-
asking me to plant a cell phone that he has
Yes, but
on
I
one
want
of
you to
the
steal them from my
journalists.
pockets because
Yeah,
me giving them would
Yeah,
probably
no,
be more visible than you
I-
just taking them.
No, both me and Cassius know that planting a phone,
Okay.
like, this is spy shit 101. You drop a phone in someone's pocket and they get a phone call and go, "Huh, what's this? I've never seen this phone before." And then this
Yeah.
is
Maybe they know what to do with it since they have a very high technology-based civilization.
it's
All
a
right.
side
So-
question,
Yeah.
by the way. Been bugging me since I believe in 2nd edition a cleric could sense undead, but I don't have it in 5th edition.
the ability
I
you're
think they
looking
gave it to
for
the
is
paladin
Divine
with
Sense
yeah.
from
God damn it.
paladins.
Okay.
Yep.
How dare
So
they?
I will set.
I-
Yeah.
The journalists
Well-
were a while away, but we could.
Hey, I'll set the scene
How
for
feasible
this.
is it to
Yeah.
execute
I'll
Nolan's
set the scene for
request?
this because
Yeah.
I won't rush through it then.
That's why
I will
they-
say if Gord wanted to do Divine Sense, he would not have sensed undeath on Kirksaren.
Okay.
So either a really good non-detection, or he's once again not actual Kirksay.
Or he's not undead.
He's alive.
He
Did we
has defeated
actually-
death.
Right, we've
You-
never actually confirmed that Kirksane was.
No.
You can switch.
Undead, right?
You can transfer your soul to other bodies. I mean,
He was.
there's-
Yeah, he was just somebody who did not die, but
I don't assume he's undead, just like the
He
wizard
has a
over
lot.
there.
He has a lot of clay laxu tanks.
So
it's
the setting,
possible.
the setting
Yes.
you are let outside, and you have these people, and there is a moment, Cassius, that you can. I mean, you can. I'll say as a free action, take the phone from Nolan, and no one will see. Right, with your gloves and everything, that is a
The
non-issue.
lowest I can roll is a 23 on the sleight of hand.
Exactly.
Wow.
So there you go. If you want to roll for it to see if you can break it, let's. But it's not going to do much for my DC.
I have
at least.
advantage, but I feel like if a 23 doesn't do it, then whatever I
Yeah.
roll is probably also not going to do it.
So yeah, that is the easy part. You are led outside, and there is this moment where you see the reporters have been brave enough to go up to the doors. As the doors open, they are being ushered away by guards and by people there, just pushing them outside. There is, of course, a torrent of questions and everything that are being yelled at you, like, will you be part of the sortie? Then where exactly is your, do you know where your city is? And
yeah.
all these things are being yelled at
What
you.
are the horrors beyond the dome?
Yeah, exactly. How exactly did you survive? What the hell is that thing? Pointing at the dragon.
Yes,
And there is a moment where one of them, or a few of them, break through the guards for a moment to like try and put like an iPhone under your nose to get.
Yeah.
So that is a moment where you can attempt.
And I will message then Dario saying, can you create a small distraction with your pets?
Could I? Well, actually, I am. This is going to be complicated because you said the reporters also have similar devices, correct?
Yes. They look a bit more modern than the one you have.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna try and plant Nolan's phone and simultaneously steal one of the phones from the reporters, because the reporter knows his own device.
Yeah.
So if they know we have their device, they'll know that's a way to contact us. Is my,
Yeah, but
my
do
reasoning
you know
here.
that? Does Cassius know this?
We don't know what
No.
those
We
things
don't
are.
know
Cassius
what our
knows they
device is
all
being
have
used
one of
for.
those devices.
Yes, but
Right?
we don't know what it's being
My
used for.
assumption is if this guy knows I have his device, he'll be able to do something with that information.
I will say just roll a flat intelligence roll for me.
If nothing else, we have his device and you can figure stuff out from that.
I want him to figure stuff out. I want him to see everything that's on that stuff because I don't know.
Okay. So what you understand, it isn't that difficult. Like, these people are holding up these things. They are speaking to them. They are talking to them. They are like magic mirrors or sending stones. You understand the concept, right?
Yeah.
It's clear. These are recording devices. They might as well
So
have
my
been
assumption
wands.
would be if I take this guy's sending stone, then he'll know how to
Yeah.
contact it.
I
and
will agree that that's a logical
That
conclusion.
that's my only assumption at this point.
Yeah.
And I will, as far as distractions go, I can mentally send a message to Calendula, because Calendula speaks common, right? She
No,
understands common?
Draconic. She understands common, but she speaks
She needs, no, yeah, but
Draconic.
if I want to tell her something telepathically in common, she'll understand because we share a language.
Yes.
Then I'll just tell her to like pretend to be scared and like cause a little bit of a ruckus as a reaction, as a distraction. If she would, I would kindly ask her if she would be willing to do that, but not harm anyone in doing so. Just pretend to be a scared animal that creates a ruckus.
Okay.
While I try to accomplish this switcheroo.
So you ask this of Calendula directly?
I can use my telepathy feat to just one way communicate to her. So I will
alright.
ask this of her. She's smart. I feel that I think she's smarter than probably most of
Yes.
the party
All of
except
us.
Nolan. So
Smarter than you.
This is me asking the
I'm
smartest
smarter.
party member except Nolan for a distraction.
Yeah.
I just
So
don't
they
act like it.
yeah, exactly. They crowd a little bit, and there is this moment where effectively Calendula is a little scared by all of these people, and then just looks at you, makes eye contact, and again this weird intelligence in these eyes that you really don't expect. And she like narrows her eyes for a moment, very humanoid reaction, and then just fire breaths into the sky, where everyone just a couple of people fall over, drop their phones, and fall to the ground, and there's other people just filming all of this, and for a moment she like puts the full wingspan on, and there I will say, not that you need it, but you can get your sleight of hand with advantage if you want,
Yeah.
because that distraction is definitely there.
Yay!
All right. Swap out and this communicator that Nolan has. It is like, I've always imagined it to be like an original Game Boy with a couple of like prints, like it's like a brick, right? It's like
Nog een
It's
antenne
so
zo
strange.
daar moet uit.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
got
those Rambo movies. It's like,
yeah, it's got exposed like PCB boards and a couple of chips on it. It's been reconstructed, right? It's salvaged. So you managed to plant this in one of the reporters' backpacks while you just absently grab. You find someone on the ground, basically. You just fell over, and with a 30, you find the
I said, "Oh my
perfect
god,
target.
sir, are you okay?" And I helped him get up. And
Yeah.
this is classic pickpocket stuff. Like usually I'd
Yeah,
steal them.
it's like-
I have to stop myself from also swiping their wallets and whatever they have.
Yeah, it's like money, the keychain around his neck, like watch. It's all gone.
Yeah.
You could with a 30, you could fleece this guy. It would be left in his underwear. But yeah, so you do the swap. You're like, huh? Yeah, whoa. I was just gonna check you out. Okay. And what? Oh, sorry. Then immediately he's like, what is that? Why? And now he's getting pushed away by the guards, and you guys are being put into a car and driven back to the ranger office.
And I will then talk to
Uh.
Cassius. I didn't see you do it. So does that mean you did it?
I will hold up. I'm checking something. I'm gonna slip one gold piece to Calendula as we're being led away.
the mouth, and you hear the crunching sound of gold. A little hot breath out of her nose.
Yeah.
And as you are, yeah, go on.
Because Nolan asked me, like, I didn't see you do it. Did you do it? Nolan hears in his mind, like, a good magician never tells his secrets, but yes, I did it.
Wonderful. Let's start stirring in.
I'm not yet telling him, like, I also grabbed one of theirs if you wanted to take a look at it, because I feel like he might freak out if I tell him that, and I don't want him to, like, oh my god, so show me, and I don't want him to do that.
Yeah.
In here, so I'll wait.
Just immediately jump from one seat to the other.
Yeah. So
All
I'll reveal that piece of information to him once we're, I guess, back in our quarters, or at least not surrounded by guards and reporters anymore.
Yeah. Making a note here. Huge success. All right. So, as you are driving back, and it is quite a distance still, because this is from the center of the city, so it is about, would be like a 40-kilometer drive. Is that correct? 20-kilometer drive.
We're being driven by a
Yes.
dude? Are we in the same compartment, or?
Yeah, you're basically in you're all in
Willy
the same.
Zorgelander.
like transporter, like it is a military vehicle basically. It's an APC like vehicle, but one that is clearly meant for like civilian transport as well. So, but it is a ranger vehicle. There, after all of this is settled, the rear view mirror gets adjusted, and you see that the driver is Litha.
Oh, interesting.
And she's going to just side-eye you for a moment through the rear view mirror, and then keep looking forward while she speaks. And so, how was the... Yeah, go on.
Can I get close to her? How badly do you want us to fuck this shit up?
It went that well, did it? What did he ask?
Help.
Help, but I'm not gonna give it to him. I'm gonna do my own thing. I need some stuff.
Well, to be precise, he asked us to join the Rangers in an elite team to find what needs to be found, to suppress the swarm, and live happily ever after, and subject everyone to the fate of Helios. That's pretty much it, yes.
And enforce a religion upon 12 million people was the
Yeah,
gist.
basically unite everyone under one banner.
In a nutshell.
It didn't sound like there was an option to be
Not
part of that one banner. Um,
and it intrigues me because I do want to know what's there.
Oh, yes, yes,
The one
yes,
thing,
indeed.
I mean, the one thing he cannot control is us. Or try. He'll try, but he really can't. So us going there and us finding what needs to be found may give us an advantage over him. That's the only reason I am willing to even consider his proposition.
Don't
he is
spit on your
definitely
beans.
not coming with us on that expedition, so if
But
we
don't know her.
find what we're looking for,
We should discuss our plans privately. We don't know her intentions.
no, as I'm just saying. Yeah. That's what he asked. And here we
I've-
are.
Indeed.
We told him we'd get we told him we'd answer tomorrow or another day. There is time.
Right. I'm fine with you guys not trusting me, but I've already put my neck out quite a bit to make you guys as safe as you can. And Boris, to answer your question, what happens to this city is of no consequence to me. The only thing I want is everything that Kirksaran is doing to turn to ash in his mouth.
What did he do to you?
So which place would you call home?
I am from Felix Lustrum.
Yes.
I've never been home anywhere else since. And what did he do to me?
Yes. Well, I know what he did to Felix Lundstrom. That's obvious. You don't have to explain.
I was caught in an unfortunate series of circumstances. And she will basically, this car, she puts it in cruise control mode, turns her seat around, and she rolls up her sleeve, and you can see this white-haired, pale-faced woman, her arms emaciatedly thin, like she hasn't had a meal in months, and with a sudden dagger that appears in her hand, she just cuts herself down,
Oh, don't do that.
and not a drop of blood comes forth.
Is
and
this
she
the one-shot
peels
character?
back. She peels back the bone, the skin, and you see the bone. And as she lets go,
Ooh.
she puts down this strangely hooked dagger that looks made of pocked metal. Puts it back, and as she does, her hand, the skin is already healed.
Ah. Well, that explains it.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. You had to show that.
I mean,
Pulls back.
that's amazing. No, you're immortal.
She glares, and for a moment, then you, Nolan, she will reach for her eyes and take out a little piece of plastic, a lens, and you see now that her entire eye socket is a hollow black void with a single red little light at the back of it. And she
Nice.
stares at
Robo
you with that.
Ugh.
or Terminator.
I don't care what I am, because I'm pretty sure there is no definition. I was caught in Kirksaren's experiments.
Oh,
How did you, or how did his magic loosen its grasp from your being? How are you doing what you're doing?
Dear Kirksaren was reaching for something. I'm still not quite sure what. A sword of some kind. But he met opposition. And in that struggle, a poor farm girl was curious what all the ruckus was about. I trip and fell and find myself on this world. The
Ah,
overlap on Felix Lustrum.
you went into the dome.
uh, our second session.
So,
I see.
since then, I realize none of the creatures here seem to pay me any mind. They don't even seem to see me. I was struck by that sword, by the one who was wielding it, our town priest. And then all light and all life, beings of magic, they all
Do you,
seem to forget I'm even here.
do you know Gret?
Uh-oh,
She recoils.
that was a keyword.
And crashes the car we're in.
Just, I'm immortal, you guys aren't.
Airbags, airbags, airbags.
How do you know that name?
Points at Nolan.
He won't let me speak.
No, I'm pointing to Nolan. He's the
Ah.
one that's been living with him in his head.
Well, we found him chained to the cathedral. Well, in Sevranus. And he used to be something of a tax collector in Felix Lustrum, and he also told us about the archpriest who was wielding Null, and the priest stabbed him with a sword, and then he has been.
Is that what the sword is called?
Can I censor intentions, by the way?
In
She
such a
offered a sword. Yeah.
Because we're divulging a lot and we're trusting her, but
I'm Dario, of course I
Well, no,
trust
I'm just talking about Grant, so it's meaningless in my view.
Yeah, but you mentioned the word no.
Mm.
So what are you trying to insight?
how is she playing an angle, or is she sincere, or How sincere is she? Do I sense she's actually opposing, or is she in cahoots and just feeding us another path to help Kirkstern?
Okay. With a 19, she's hard to read. You get the sense, that's when I also rolled a 20, of course. She looks at you guys kind of like a wild animal. She is a starved wild animal approaching a camp in search of food. This is the demeanor of her. The moment you mentioned Greth, she recoils, much like a torch would be waved at her. She went a step back and realized that you might be actually the people that could help her. The flicker of hope. As far as an angle, you don't know. But to you, she seems sincere in her words.
Oh, and then I freed him from the realm where he was imprisoned, and he now happily roams our world again. Although somewhat cuckoo in the head.
And not much has changed. Tell me, is he... She looks at her own hands, like me, now?
No. Well, haven't really gotten to inspect him up close after he left.
I think his wounds are of the mind.
Well, stab him for me if you see him, then you'll find out.
We transferred him into a corpse, so he's walking again. So, well...
He's in his own body. It's a previously owned body, yes, but he has his own body. As far as the abilities of that body, we have no idea.
His transgressions were punished more severely. I was a simple bystander. He even tried to save me. But the priest had it out for him. He was always a mouth. Someone to antagonize the priest, and once he went mad, well, the priest sought him as his first target. I can't imagine what he went through.
And
Time... Yeah.
Why would we want to stab him? You asked us to stab him.
But you say that he's ill of the mind. He is broken beyond compare, the fact that he can still stand and communicate. But I am afraid it was somewhat in jest that I said it. I think he will be the same as me. As you say, he walks in a previously owned corpse.
Yes.
Who was the priest that did this, and how is he related to Kirkstern?
We know which priest it is.
We know his name.
We were there.
How is he related to Kirkstern?
He was one of Kirkstern's devout followers. He was the first to break in Felix Lustrum. He was the one who sold out the monastery, allowed him access, and he was rewarded with the sword.
Yes. But if I'm correct, Kirkstern came to the monastery or cathedral as a traveler, and then basically overtook the whole clergy.
Yes, with 3 prized apprentices. And once he was no longer required, the priest was discarded.
Yes, he was overthrown.
Does Kirkstern still hunt for the blade?
I don't know. I think he did what was required, and no longer wanted it. He never once touched it, as far as I know. He was scared of it for his own reasons. Well, I can understand why.
So I have a crazy thought that might anger, annoy, piss off Kirksern, but I need some help.
Let us hear it. I'm curious now.
I want to see how far I can go with breaking in Helios into this place. You know the thing we did for the girl? The circle,
Yes,
the
yes,
hallow?
yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
I want to tear open this realm by hallowing the ground and see how much of Helios I can get in.
Oh. Yes.
Is that wise? Because if I recall, you mentioning the concept of gods took a lot of explaining to that one guard.
And let it
You're now
be a
just
what?
gonna demonstrate actual proof of divinity to a lot of people with very
Maybe.
little context.
Maybe Cassius.
Let it be a wildfire that fucks this town up
Yes.
and wakes these people up.
And
Let
maybe
them
they.
fight Kirksern. Let them be their own. Let them have free will.
If they experience it, maybe it indeed starts somewhat of a fire. If
Yeah, but wouldn't it be
words
better
don't
to
help.
then start said fire in a more controlled fashion so that you
Well,
That's why we're doing it in the compound, not in the center of town.
well, I could
Ah.
also because I do have two others. I do have
I'm not
two.
that mad.
Moet het
Well, if you do your
gezegd dat het
plan,
10 kilometer range heeft? Allee, ja.
Nee, dat niet, hè. Dat is de andere.
I
Dat is
have.
de evidence.
I can also casually drop one of my separate spell books I have. Maybe someone starts. Hey,
People
what is
can't
this?
read it. No one.
You guys really have no
You know.
experience starting rebellions or
Cantrips? They can start
I
summoning
just,
right? Cantrip.
I just want to channel and feel my deity. And
You guys
just
think
give
about
a
that?
one.
I'm gonna be right back. Toilet break. One moment.
Mhm.
Okay.
I had a... Want ik wil haar ook nog vragen hoe dat zit, want zij is geraakt door nul.
Yeah.
And none of the things here see her.
Yeah.
I've attuned to
Raar,
null,
hè?
so the same should apply to me because I can also no
But
longer
is
see spells
she?
that are granted by divine power and
Yeah, but
shit.
yeah, but
Is
she has
that
been
because
cut.
she's an undead construct weird thing, or because she
No,
was hit
if
by
you are
null?
cut, if you are cut by null, you are severed from the divine.
Yes. Attuning to null is
You-
the same thing. I am
Okay.
still severed from the divine and no afterlife will my soul.
And
Mm.
Kirksern wants to be divine, but he wants to channel all the power of the soul, so he wants to attract them to them. So if you want to take
He
down,
doesn't. I don't. You keep
We need
saying
to
he wants to
stab
be
him with
divine, but I
null.
don't. He's never actually said that, has he?
he
Yeah,
wants the
Just wants
power
to
of the
be
gods.
the one guiding beacon that all the people follow, but specifically
Well,
being divine or just
What
supreme
is a
leader
god? What
Kixarian
is
is
being
not.
divine?
I believe if we
I
stab,
feel like one is being supreme leader and the other is being
God. With
odd, and
powers.
he's never
yes,
really said he needs or wants to be
but
the
if
second.
You need,
we would stab him with null, he will have no affinity with Helios at all, and he cannot
If with
be the so-called Messiah.
until a greater restoration spell or better is cast,
Oh, okay.
So it's
because
only
that does
temporary.
end the effect if you were hit by null.
I just because it's basically is keeping these people away from everything that's done with free will. It's basically controlling them like an algorithm. It's just being fucking big brother, and everything that's out of order needs to be quenched. So I just want to bring in a bit of light from a god, which is a new concept to them, but let it start small in caves so the Romans won't find them, etc., etc.
No, but like
and let it be growing.
I understand, but my worry is this: these people ready for this kind of revelation
I
to be
just
this
want.
abrupt?
Let's find
I
out.
just Helios
Because they
can't
could
reach
just
me.
tear themselves apart over this revelation.
What I just want to create is a conduit for my god to reach me. It has
I
side
see.
effects. It can bring rest to the people. So the people who want to pray and can enter the compound, let them be calm. Let them be restful.
Mhm.
That's the
If
only
we are
effect
talking
there
about
was. Yes.
influencing people and stuff, Nolan, I put one of your devices into one of those people's pockets, but I also took their device. So I have their device. It looks different from
Oh,
the ones you have, but I don't know how much information you could learn about this or if this
well,
can be used to
where is
communicate
it?
with them.
Do,
I have it somewhere here.
Wait,
do let the DM know that you're
yeah,
actually.
Ja,
because
dat moet ik
he's
wel nog
not here.
zeggen. Ja.
Yeah,
yeah. And then I
Uh,
start scrolling and I get car sick.
but
And
het enige dat ik wil is gewoon. Het
no one
enige dat ik wil,
discovers the internet, the existence of internet porn.
het enige dat ik wil doen is een Hallow 1 voor de Wildfire te beginnen. Laat het beginnen, laat ze hun eigen god creëren. Laat het een God of Light zijn. Dat het al
Ja,
los
maar
van
dat is
Kirkzen is.
mijn punt. Als je een hot wilt creëren, is het dan niet beter dat Boris zegt: dit is de hot. En regel nummer 1 is: don't murder people for their souls. Hè? Dat jij
Ja,
de
wel. Maar
basisregels kunt meegeven.
dat, dat is de opening dat onverwacht met die Halix is ontstaan. Dus dat zeg ik niet aan het spelen.
Ja.
Maar het onderliggend doel is: ik wil gewoon een hallowed ground waar ik kan communen met Helios. Bijkomend, ik heb nu spells dat ik ons gewoon kan zeggen: flop, hey, we zijn terug op onze hallowed ground. Bijkomend,
Oké.
dan
Ja.
ook nog met die Forbiddens. Kirkzen kan niet weg. Hij kan niet teleporten. Hij moet blijven waar dat hem is. Maar
voor
dat
24
vraagt
uur.
wat setup.
24 uur, of hoe lang duurt de Hallowed Ground?
De Hallow Ground is 24 uur cast, dus we moeten een dag in de compound kunnen blijven.
Ah, maar hoe lang blijft de spel?
Forever, or until dispelled.
Ah, wel, dispelled.
Uh-huh.
Iets Kirkserin.
He knows, hij gaat weten dat er is en hij kan het spel, maar...
Ja, maar maybe the seed has already been planted.
Ja,
Yes.
maar het ding is ook, how bad is it if you use magic in the city? En Hallow is een vrij grote spel die vrij lang duurt.
Yeah,
It
who
might
cares?
attract some stuff.
60
Yes, but
foot
this
sphere.
will expedite his problem.
Ik had maar een headphone nog op, dus ik heb alles gehoord.
Ah,
Oké.
oké.
Dus-
Dus basically, we have start religious fundamentalism and let it fuck up stuff. We hebben ook nog optie 2, which is just start some kind of
I suggest we call
modern
the
tech rebellion. Just good old school rebellion, overthrow the government. The government.
it's not
keeping things from
you're calling it rebellion. I'm calling it planting a seed and let's see what happens. The underlying motive for me is just the conduit,
Ha, ik
but
heb een
it
geweldige
has side effects.
I have a brilliant and beautiful comeback that I am very proud of. Do you remember the last time what happened? The last time we planted a seed.
Wacht, last time we what?
The last time someone planted a seed, some of the bullets caused an entire block of the city to be destroyed, and then
Did it-
set up a whole lot of chain events that led us here.
And did it help us achieve our goal we needed at that time?
No,
In the end, it
Yes.
did. But how much
Yes.
damage did it cause?
we don't care. It's collateral damage. That's always.
I'm not causing damage. I'm just giving.
How am
people-
I the one arguing for shoot
But just let him do
collateral
his
damage
thing.
of this to the civilians? And you're like, no, we want to start the fire. We have to start the fire.
But you,
I'm not starting a fire.
Cassius, you don't understand religion, neither. So just let him do his thing.
No, but I
You
understand
you are good at stealing. So
the dangers of putting big groups of people confronting
not-
them with
it cannot be
information that
worse
they're not
than
ready.
it cannot be worse than what they are living in now. They are 12
Again-
million enslaved people.
Missing the
But they're
intention.
alive.
Missing the intention. I'm not trying to overnight the Catholic Church. I'm
I
just trying-
understand you're not trying to do it, but it has the potential to do it.
Yes, but that takes years and years.
I understand you're
and
trying
years.
to gently start a fire, but you need to consider that this is a very dry, very barren wasteland that could go up in flames in a very short time, even with a small started fire that had no intention of being a big inferno.
Let me turn out the question. If we don't do anything, Kirkserin achieves his goal. What will happen to the 12 million people? He basically needs the souls to fuel his arcane nightmare, whatever the fuck it is he wants.
Do we know that?
He
That's
has
what
no
we
good
heard.
intentions. He has no good intentions with
Mm.
those 12 million people.
I agree.
Those are his subjects.
See the sphere up there? with what it's created, people souls that he
Oh, I
enriched in the
know.
Matrix to keep him safe. He has
You don't
12
have to
million
tell
souls
me.
here in the city. What is he gonna do with them? Not feeding them. It's a resource drain for him. So basically, it's just his bank of arcane energy that he needs to achieve his goals.
Ja.
Het feit dat jij zo
We can
een
assume,
cirkeltje aan het draaien zit
we
en niet
can
wat je
Ja.
uitleggen
assume
is wel even af.
once he has obtained his goal, the worst case scenario is that he consumes 12 million souls to ascend godhood.
Good.
Yes,
Well.
there are definitely a lot of worst cases.
What do you need to prepare?
I need 1,000 gold pieces worth of materials related to the ritual.
Well,
Is that the
any
same,
any
the same
material.
stuff we found for you earlier?
Yep.
That city, is it? Because we were basically doing your shopping in that city, right? We were
Yes, I need
looking for
herbs,
those
oils,
materials.
oils, and incense, and some.
Would
Yes,
they
but
have
you are
magical items for in this realm?
Don't need to be magical. I need
Oh.
herbs, oils, and
Oh,
incense.
I have incense.
Not
yes,
enough.
but I still think that those things might be.
Well, it is not
We'll see
about
how
the
ready you
amount,
are.
it is about the quality of the incense that represents the gold cost.
Yes, we looked it up because apparently incense is not that expensive in real life. The
No.
So I
Well,
basically
now
want
it
to
isn't.
Okay.
Now it isn't.
Back
I
then it
just-
was, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want the materials on hand and see if somebody can get us to it. And then I need 24 hours. I'm not saying we're doing it. I'm just
No,
saying
but
this is
just
what I have
look it up.
in the back of my head.
So
Nolan,
just
do you
Litha
have
will,
screwing
enough?
over.
Do you
Okay.
have what he needs, or do we need to get more?
Well, if he
The-
needs a very limited amount of incense, but it has to be worth a lot, then no, that's not the quality of incense I
No, okay.
generally use.
So Litha will pipe up and say, if you want those supplies, again, I'm on board with whatever you want to try, but you can't just go to the store and buy this stuff, especially if you are being monitored, except in this car. And as far as I can prevent it, I will try to keep you off surveillance, but that will rouse suspicion.
Do you know
I can
Alex?
get you those. Yes, I know.
He was interested in what I was doing for my religion. So maybe he's a go-between that can help us out here.
I want to involve as little people as we can in implicating them. I will get you your supplies, but it might take some time.
Okay. And then I need 24 hours once I get.
You sure you're doing this because of your own convictions?
I am
Why?
unsure.
Yeah.
I am unsure of what's inspiring all this. I have a vague sense of my God and I can channel his powers to a degree. But if you want me at my full strength and able to do it, I need to be able to commune with him on a normal way. I have no
Right.
idea what I'm starting. I have no idea what I'm reaching into. I just have a belief my God is there and that he will guide us. But it is a guess.
I will not stop you, Boris, from trying to contact your god. I just wonder if we need to introduce gods into a society that has gone
I'm not trying
more
to
atheist.
introduce.
No, no.
Again,
So I understand.
if they ask questions, I can only answer them, which I did truthfully to Alex. And he automatically picked on it, and people need something like this.
Then I'm all for it.
I'm not forcing it. I don't want it. I don't need it. But at this point in time, if Kirksarian wants to be the god of light in this
Okay.
realm, let
Yeah.
them get the true god of light in this realm.
But
I
what
do
if?
wonder.
Okay, so after you cast Hello, then what
Het
are
is
we
grappig dat
doing?
jullie alle twee op dezelfde manier zitten trouwens, maar bon.
Yes, quiet.
You both were thinking and you both went like
That is the
okay.
classic hoofd thinking pose.
I mean,
I
if
saw,
Hello
so
is there,
immediately changed my presence.
Yeah, I noticed.
Aw.
I noticed.
if Hello is there, then what? Then you have 24 hours to do. What do you want to get out of?
No, it's permanent. I need
Ah, yeah,
24
okay.
hours to set up the area.
And would
We've done
then
this before. Come on.
yes,
And that
will
would
it then be the plan to go out there and look for the thing they're looking for?
That's part
'Cause
of the plan I haven't thought of.
I want to find out.
yeah,
We
like which.
need to know. We
Well,
need to
Do we
first
find
we
want
need
to
to
go
wait
out?
until Nolan gets Kirksarian's notes.
This is the
and-
source of possibly the source of Arcana. This needs to be found.
Yes, well, Nolan, I say while we are preparing Boris's plan, you just read the notes Kirkson's giving you.
Do you really believe you're getting the full notes and be
No,
able
of
to
course
deduce
not,
what it
but
is?
whatever he gives will be more than.
And I will
Nolan's clever
to
enough
the-
to figure out what Kirksarian also knows that he's not
Mhm.
showing it.
I will turn to the woman and I'll say, I will take out. You gave me the cell phone, right? Or the mobile? Or no?
I was gonna ask her, like, can you explain
okay.
to us how this device works?
Okay.
Oh,
Ask-
yeah,
ask it for her.
she'll take it, and very well. She doesn't know that you gave the other communicator, right? So,
I mean, I
this
was
is
in
yeah.
the car. She was in the car when I told Nolan.
Oh, okay.
Technically, I
she-
guess she does know.
But she once already saw one of the old ones.
She knows we
She
have
told
one
me
of
to
them.
put
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah.
So
All right. So this is
She
an
warned us to not pull those out. I think it's
yes.
Yeah, I think so. So that's well, things are going to go quite quickly now. But this is a communication device. It combines a lot of mundane spells, if you will, but then technologically. It can communicate, it can display information, it can send information, and she basically explains an iPhone to you. Now, of course, and she taps it, and it comes to life. These are keyed to their user, so you could only use them if you are the owner. If it weren't for the fact that you were a high clearance officer in the city. And she starts
Well,
manipulating the device.
I could cast knock, and then it will open.
I
how are they
will
locked?
not
Are
suggest.
they?
Hmm?
Do they recognize their owner, or is it with like a password of sorts, or
It depends.
one of those cards?
It's
NFC
usually a
other-
fingerprint or a facial recognition.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out next time I have to steal the guy's thumb. Okay.
Or face.
Yeah. Thank you. Stealth. Stealthily.
I rolled a natural 20. You should let me steal his face.
Yeah,
without
the girl of many faces.
Yeah, exactly.
At dinner, the guy tries to pick up his fork. Why can't I? Oh, my thumb is gone.
Where's my thumb gone?
Then what is this? And I'll take out the old one. What is this then?
No, the old one is gone, huh?
No,
No,
I
he
have
he has
three of them.
three.
Now
had
I have
three of
two.
them.
Oh,
So now I have
God
two.
damn it.
Yeah.
That's why I gave one.
He's a data hoarder. So she points to that one and says, "That one is very strange. It's both older and somewhat more advanced, but more rudimentary. I have no idea. It's
Interesting.
strange.
Okay.
I don't know where you got that, and I'm smart enough to not to ask.
So we should not give this to other people.
Apparently, you already did. Listen, I've not
It's called
spent
setting a fire in a small but
enclosed space. Yes, I understand. Listen, no problem for me. I can survive out there if I wanted to. Well, surviving is. Is that gate still operational you guys were talking about?
I do hope so, because I want to
As
go back at some point.
far as we can tell, it was operational and not closing.
Mhm.
I did mean to ask her, like, about her surviving and being ignored by everything. Does she have any theories about why that is? Is it because of her being hit by the sword, or her being what she is?
As far as I know, My memory is hazy. But I was struck down, and words were spoken. Those I can't remember, or maybe I didn't understand them. Now I'm like this. I think I was killed.
By the sword?
Yes. I have to excuse me. Sorry, guys. I've got some indigestion. I have to go real quick. Think about that for a sec. Formulate your plans. I can hear everything.
Because if she is murdered by the sword, then the wielder of the sword controls where her soul goes. So her soul might not be in her body anymore, or it might be bound to it as some kind of construct type thing.
Did Kirk kill himself with the sword justice?
Well, he had the sword at some point, then he gave it to his priest
Priest?
lieutenant, who then lost it again. Is the sword key to his... Because the sword does say that if you're, after tuning to it or using one of this weapon's abilities, you are forsaken by the gods of all pantheons, evil in the eyes of all deities, exists and is forever tainted in this manner. You can no longer use any spells or abilities granted by divine power, and also no afterlife will take their soul until amends are made. So, is his deal just being, if there is no afterlife to take your soul, stays on your current plane forever and can't die?
Or did he bound his soul to some strange object? Because the
That could
undead
also be,
were digging up Felix Lustrum in look for ancient objects.
because like if he has a way for his body to not physically die, and then because of Null, his soul doesn't have anywhere to go, nobody's interested in it, so his soul just stays bound to his body, then that would effectively mean he's immortal without being undead.
Yeah, there's some possibility to that.
It could be Null related, yes. Then again, would he give the source of his immortality, or the thing that he used to get his immortality, would he give that away to one of his lieutenants? I mean, if he no longer needs it.
So in
then,
theory,
yeah.
gewoon brainstormen, dat is niet een character dit, hè. Jij hebt het zwaard vast, dus als jij nu denkt, Kirk Zool, daar in die steen naast de weg.
Ik ben er niet meer aan attuned.
Nee, je
The
bent niet meer
attunement
getuned.
was broken. Dus de disavowed by all zegt expliciet after attuning to it. Dus I am currently also fucked. The gods do not want me, do not consider me to exist. En als ik doodga, who knows wat er met mijn ziel gebeurt. Plus, ik ben ook niet de persoon die hem gesleed heeft met het zwaard. Dus het punt van Null is... Null's wielder is forced to direct the destination of all souls or essences slain by this weapon. Be it the
All
binding to a
souls.
plane, location, object, or concept, no divine power can prevent or restore this act. Ik begrijp
All
dat
souls.
als if you kill someone with it. Not whoever wields Null controls all the souls ever slain by Null.
Dat staat er wel
But
letterlijk geschreven.
that also could be a possible interpretation. That line.
Maar dus zijn we echt wel diep ontgaan in de rabbit.
I mean,
No,
I've attuned to the sword. I was attuned. At some point, I'll have to ask the DM if I felt like I had legions of souls that I could direct somewhere. Nee, wacht, volgens mij... Nee. Want volgens mij heb ik dat geprobeerd met Gretz en zo. Zijn soul. Because he was slain by Null and then bound to that plane, and I think I may have tried to redirect him. Or free him. And if it works the way we think it could work, then that should have worked, right? I should have been able to direct Gret's soul to somewhere else.
Zwart. Plan of action.
Kyrxerian weet dat ik nul heb. Hè. He saw me pull it out and attune to it at the gate, and that's when he put me in a wall of force box. So Kyrxerian knows
He fears the sword.
we had the sword very recently, and he also mentioned something of like, oh no, that's a problem. So
Yeah, because you can direct his soul somewhere if you hit him.
yeah, I don't know why that's a problem.
You can end his immortality. If you bind it to a dead body, he's dead. Huh?
That is possible.
Zwart.
It was also potentially a problem because it was also a threat to Ante.
But again, bridges to be crossed when we need to do them. What is our plan of action here? I have the Hallow, we have the notes, and
I
then
want
what?
to go out there and find out. I want to find what he wants and not
Me
give
too.
it to him.
Yeah, same.
I
And
don't want to do it
possibly,
in the name of Kyrxerian.
possibly use it on our realm and get these 12 million people to our realm where they can experience a real world, not an artificial. I don't know what. Honestly, I don't care for these 12 million people, but the origin of Arcana is on this planet. This needs to be
It's
found.
what Kyrxerian says,
Well,
or believes
yes.
to be.
Well,
By the
thing
way,
is
sorry
that-
guys.
still a problem
something
to
happened
note.
here. Something happened on this planet that caused Arcana to exist on the plane we live in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
The thing
yeah,
is,
sorry. I have some indigestion suddenly, but to answer your question, by the way,
Yeah.
it is only the soul that is slain. So
Okay.
the point where the soul would leave the body and go to an afterlife,
That's when
that's
Null's
when
would
you
are set
intervened.
somewhere.
And
It can't
also,
be redirected afterwards.
and to the question of what happened to Litha, it also says you can direct someone to a concept.
To a concept.
So you can word something and weave someone's soul into a state.
So Kyrxerian killed himself with the sword and then directed his essence to the concept of Kyrxerian.
immortality.
It's a dangerous
Bada bing, bada
piece of.
boom.
It's a very dangerous, and you have a pact stone. You have null. These are brain fuckery magic items. They
Yeah,
are.
bada bing, bada boom. You've made yourself immortal.
Interesting. But they have to be very major, well, setbacks.
So basically, we slay Kyrxerian, and we say we create a concept of a dead Kyrxerian that cannot be resurrected.
Oblivion.
I mean, I slay Kyrxerian, I could bind him to your left nutsack if that's what you
We slay
what you want.
Kyrxerian,
It's like-
and we use him as the key that locks away the swarm forever. Mwah.
we
That would
bind
be
him to the
nice.
concept of an impenetrable barrier between all the worlds and the swarm.
Yeah,
Swarm
something
is
like.
just
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it.
the swarm is not my concern. The swarm, but my concern is are souls of our realm or any souls still being used in active magic to protect a city that's purely artificial. And
The
that's
way I understood it, it's he's made a wall of souls, but they're not being actively consumed, but they are, for all
that doesn't
intents and
matter.
purposes,
Doesn't matter.
trapped
The
and
soul,
locked in this wall.
yes,
right?
the
Yeah.
Yes,
souls
it's
are.
Their
you
souls
being-
are not where they are supposed to be.
It's
That is
basically
correct.
the encasing of a pact stone-ish construct without using
Thing
the
is
soul.
that
They
Yes,
could be
basically
used,
they're
but not
trapped in a
being
pact
used.
stone, but they're not being consumed or
what
used.
i-
But
yeah. What he wants is to resurrect something that has been dead for 100,000 of years.
And slaves,
And-
not dead.
Okay, well,
Imprisoned.
I mean, he's playing.
You're talking about Helios now,
Yes.
right?
No, I'm talking about the people that were on this realm that were nearly right, but not all, almost. Then
No, well,
Sevran.
they once
and the
were all
council.
He doesn't
white.
want to resurrect him per se. He wants to just.
No, I mean he wants to
He wants to use their souls
put it
to
back
fuel
into the
his magic.
state, the society.
That
once
yeah,
more.
he does want to restore the world.
But that's gone. That's gone. That's gone forever. You can't just use souls and
He's
try
crazy.
and restore it. Playing the good guy on one realm and playing the
He did not
evil guy on ours.
clarify how exactly finding what he's hoping we will find for him, how that would help him
Yeah, but
push back
I
the
agree.
swarm or hold
I
back the
agree
swarm,
with.
right?
I agree with Boris. If he would have the need to sacrifice 12 million people, he will do it.
Yes, he would
absolutely.
just do it.
Absolutely.
So these people are not safe here. Their safety is none of my concern, but it's something to consider.
They're not safe here, but if we remove Kirksarian, then the barrier might also be removed, and then they're not safe either. So we
The
There
barrier
is a
will
gate.
dwindle.
There is a
yeah,
gate.
so we need to get them out of here. But 12 million people is a lot of through a gate. So we need to, if we remove Kirksarian, we need to have a plan in place to figure out what happens so there's no anarchy in the street because they've lost their what was it, director, overseer, administrator, right?
Yeah,
Which
Question.
is the
administrator.
first, the administrator.
Question. Do we need to inform people on our realm this is going on and we need a plan to evacuate 12 million people?
If we intend to evacuate 12 million people, we need both a plan here to get them to the gate and then a
Yes.
plan on the other side to
Yes.
find a place to put 12 million people.
But do we
Yes,
want
and
that?
this is not something that our dear Cephalus can organize. I think we need. He can.
12 million people is a lot of people. Like, how many people?
Yeah.
Our own
So I would say at best, Ilish, the largest, well, not the largest, I think. Well, you've got Nosor, Ilish, and Kalkar Sen, none of which have more than 1 million people.
Yeah, this would basically be more people than we've ever seen.
I'm
Well, not
Yeah,
all
that's
of
a
them
lot of
would
people.
want to go to our realm. Not all of them will survive the trip. So
is it our task to
We select the 150,000 best people, and those guys we say.
is it our task, Dario? Well, if we decide not to do it, then I'm fine with it. It's not my concern.
I agree with Boris that these people are trapped and they should have the right to decide for themselves and to lay on their own path. I do see the problem that outside these walls the planet is dead and not habitable.
Mhm.
But I just
You
don't want these two realms have existed so long without each other. Okay, they have we have been intermingling on this realm, but bringing those people to our realm would be, well, is that a good thing to do for our home, where we come from?
First,
At
we're,
least.
we're
I'm not a god.
we're talking on the very long run. We figure
Yeah,
out what we're gonna do
I
now
know.
in the
I think
next
for
24 to 72 hours.
Well, I'd say your plan, but when that's finished, ideally, I would join the mission, the Rangers, find the thing he's been looking for, and see what we can do with that.
Are we going to join the Rangers or are we going on our solo mission?
That's the question I wanted to ask. Is there a way for us to break out and do it on our own?
So
But
Litha will pipe up and say, there is. I don't doubt you could probably survive out there, but it is an issue of distance. The furthest anyone has ever gone is to the place of Anthe's betrayal. That's where a group of rangers made it, because that's where Anthe wouldn't chase them. It was considered a safe haven. That's also where we lost contact with them and they never returned. That is a range. I will have to check here. So let's say 30. That is a range of about 60, and she'll use kilometers because that's what everyone knows.
Okay.
But
And how far can one of these metal carriers bring us?
they can get you further, but there is a certain set of expertise with the people of the Rangers. Also, maintenance. You will be attacked. There will be creatures. This will not be a straight road. And beyond that ridge, we have no idea. We have nowhere to go.
So go
Is
to
there
the
any?
ridge, dump the rangers, and then go off on our own?
I feel like going with them
What is the price to join them?
seems fair enough, and then the moment we need to split off from them, I feel like we can probably manage
Okay, so
to
then we
do
kill
so.
them.
Assuming they don't all perish before we
Hmm.
reach our destination.
I am reluctant to strike a deal with Kirksaren because I don't know what the cost will be.
Well, I'm not going to shake his hand, but we can say we join the expedition
And what will he ask of us?
to bring back what he needs. Well,
How will he bind us? How will he force us to end our part of the agreement?
I have to assume that at any point, Kirksarian will be watching. The same way he was watching
Yeah.
when
ew,
we
what
were
a
at the
perv.
gate. So whatever we do, he'll be watching.
Yes.
I suggest. Wait, sorry. We reconvene at the base. We wait for the notes. We see how fast we can get the materials and how much time we can buy.
I agree.
That seems fair. I do also want to emphasize, Boris, just because we say to Krixarian that we'll agree with his plan, like we can just absolutely lie and say that we'll agree, but secretly plan to not help him, right? You do understand that's an option to just not
Yes, but are we
do what we
dealing
promised.
with an extremely powerful, high-level mage who constructs domes out of souls, keeps 12 million people alive without the...
Did he construct a dome, or is he
No,
just
no,
maintaining
he
it?
did not. Well, he was one of the 12 that made this place, but he did not construct it.
Okay.
But he has powers and abilities beyond the scope
Yes.
we know.
Oh yeah.
So what
definitely.
is the cost, or what will he require of us to join his mission? There will be a cost, there will be something. I am very reluctant.
the thing? The thing is, if we remove Kirksarian and we have no alternative, these people will die.
Yes. Well, will they die immediately? Will the swarm be here within the hour and raid this place
If
and
we...
everyone will die?
No,
Or...
but like if we have no plan in place, either figuring out a way for them to keep this dome, which I feel like is
Kirksaren,
unacceptable because it uses souls, so that's a no-go, or figure out how to keep the swarm away from this world, or get these people
Yes.
out of here. If we don't have one of those three, removing Kirksarian means these people.
Well,
we're
I think
not killing him yet.
I
We're
know, but
figuring...
that is something that we need to keep in mind if your end goal is Kirksarian,
yes.
which I would understand. Then you need one of these three, or removing Kirksarian means 12 million people die.
Well,
down the line. Let's first create some chaos or break out and see
yes.
what we can find.
I feel like starting with stage 1 without knowing what the final stage of your plan is going to be is not a great
It could be
strategy.
very simple. It he dies, we know the Swarm will invade this place within, I don't know how many times. We tell them, you should go to our realm. You don't want to? Okay, you can stay. Bye-bye.
Okay, and then 12 million people show up in our realm through a gate, which
Not
is
everyone,
open and needs
yes.
to be open. Does the swarm go through that gate?
Again,
Long run.
Mhm.
long run.
That's fair.
We're not at that stage yet.
But it is something I am already worrying about and planning about.
So
Or trying to.
until you have your incense,
I think that
And oil and herbs.
we can
we as
prepare.
5 people, we cannot
It
decide.
can be vegetable, it can be mineral. It's okay.
I don't have any.
Sorry, had to put that in there.
What are we going to do in this city in the time that she
We're
requires?
escorted to a compound with a room where we can sit on our ass and read a book.
Right.
We have a phone with internet access.
We do
I'm
not have
assuming.
free movement.
That's
I'm gonna do
your
some
guys'
googling.
It's not internet, it's internet.
internet.
I'm gonna be looking up some stuff.
Internet, yeah.
Like, what are these gun-like
I was
weapons,
just
and how do they work?
internet?
Sevran
Oh,
is
shit.
hotspot.
What are guns
Alright.
and how do they work?
Oh, that's the Wi-Fi password.
Before Lita goes on the shopping trip,
Snowden is guest 1.
Cassius
Yeah,
goes, I
like-
need you to get me a gun and as much bullets as you can buy.
I can get you weapons when you sortie. No weapons are allowed inside.
I would be very interested in knowing how they work. So I know how to use them and how to fight against them should that need arise.
That can be
What is
arranged.
this to have again?
Sneak attack with an AK-47. Alright.
Yeah, sneak attack. You don't need the first bullet.
A dagger is a precise weapon. This one is more of a to whom it may.
Spray and pray,
we-
baby. Spray and
We
pray.
take the rubber band, we place it on the trigger, and then we throw. Yeah. All right. So I will say Letha agrees to find you your supplies. After some time in the afternoon, Nolan receives a package of notes by courier, but it is not written, it is on a device. You're getting a laptop.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so here we are. You can see, and I'm saying this as a DM, not as any character. There's a reason why Kixaren isn't as worried. He's got this place set up quite well. And yeah, you are on the dead world of Severnus, in a place where no one has heard of the divine nor the arcane, and the fuse is about to be lit.
We're about to blow some minds.
Start writing some sermons because I want to hear them.
Oh boy, you didn't force me to do this last time.
Sermon on
By
the
the way,
Mount. Go for it.
What's the base called we're in? Area 53 or 52? Not my finest word.
Yeah, the Area 52 is... That's the Stargate, right?
Could be.
I think
I
Area
believe,
52. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the one
So-
in Armageddon.
See.
Oh no.
Well,
No, it's
Stargate SG-1, so the mountain complex. That
Wrong movie.
Well, yeah, and that's for the next session.
Independence Day. That's
Yeah, that was Area 51. Yeah.
Misschien moeten uw regels van het geloof op zo tabletten schrijven. En zo
Ja.
tot 5, max 10 of
Ja.
zo. Hè?
Yeah.
Naam van een berg
I have
komen,
here,
zeker.
yeah, 15. Shit. 10 rules. Mel Brooks, everyone.
Ja.
All right. So with that, as we are crossing the time, and I really want to know what Gorth has to say about all of this. I'm sure he has thoughts.
I'm sure he's got insights.
And yeah.
Let's take the money.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
We
here's
take all the money we can carry.
I think I probably prepped like 4 sessions today. It was a good, like we didn't get that far, but it's good. Having the conversations is very important because all of this is on a knife's edge. This is the planning of the D&D part is always fun. So yeah, you are dealing with my very own supervillain. I'm so happy he finally gets to be interacted with outside of a talking skull. Yeah. And he knows what he is. He knows he's a villain.
Yeah, I would have preferred it on our realm, so we could have said, "I'm gonna kill you." Now it's like there are
This
strings
is-
attached to getting rid of you.
He's
so,
got an incredible home field advantage. Building this for God knows
He's got
how long.
OCD.
Yeah, not only
and
that,
we-
he's an evil guy, but he's well. It's because of him people are doing so well right now.
yeah, well,
If you want
he's,
it-
Maar
he
het
has
is gewoon... Het is het doel heiligt de middelen, maar we hebben net
Ja.
Black Lennas vermoord, omdat we dan niet oké vonden dat je ziel gebruiken. En hier is een dude die basically hetzelfde aan het doen is.
Absoluut.
Hier
je
heeft
een
hem alles-
spaarrekening met
hier
12
heeft-
miljoen zielen.
Maar
En
die
hier heeft
deze
hem alles
heeft
perfect
12
in
miljoen
control.
hostages.
Ja,
Yep.
en hier heeft hem
En
alles
that's kind
perfect
of
in
an important
controle.
factor.
Dus hier moeten we ervoor zorgen dat hij niet alles meer onder controle heeft.
Dus we moeten
Ja.
gewoon zien dat we een cease and desist hebben, dat zijn rekening geblokkeerd wordt door de staat en dat ze hem zijn middelen niet meer kan gebruiken.
Kijk, mannen, ik ga op die
L'état,
gsm
c'est
zo
moi.
wat oude tweets van hem opzoeken, dat hem zo ongepaste uitspraken doet, en dan hebben we hem.
Ja.
Die man
Ja, dat
is
is
kei
fake
ouderwets. Allee, die heeft al
Ja.
kei lang sowieso dat hij nog ouderwetse, achterhaalde standpunten heeft. Die
He's
niet
really
bedoeld
racist towards elves, but
Ja,
what's an
Sevran
elf?
zijn. De elfs don't
Ja,
exist.
Sevran is alert op alle gsm's zo. Roep. Ja.
Yeah, he had a buddy that ripped open a swamp once. But
En misschien
yeah.
moeten we zoeken wie
Wel,
hier in
en dan-
deze
wat is
I'm gonna
dat?
stad,
drain the swamp.
wie hier in deze stad de influencers zijn en de meeste social
He sent an
media.
inappropriate
hebben.
text to a woman once, but he accidentally
Oeh.
made it a public post and not a DM. So
Yeah. She was
Oh, so
she
that-
was an agent of the swarm, so it's fine.
they're all agents of the swarm.
They're all agents of the swarm.
Ja.
Maar het is wel
Ah.
grappig.
Nee, doe je dat.
Zo
Maar het is
ineens,
wel-
Oh.
Het is wel high level.
daar is de evil guy, let's kill him. Ah nee, oké. Oeh, ah ja, oké.
There's the prepared wizard, and there is this prepared wizard to the second power. Like
It said
it's
so, yeah, it would be easier in my plan, but like if you don't, then I mean I've been planning this for 800 years, so what's
Mhm.
100 years more?
Longer,
Yep.
indeed.
yeah. Isn't this great? Yes, all the puzzle pieces. I'm so happy.
Okay.
And there is a solution. There's a way out, and you guys are thinking of one. It isn't insurmountable.
Of
So
course, but our solution might be to flip the table instead of try and work on this carefully crafted puzzle you've made.
Yeah.
Wel, de meest belangrijke is voor mij gewoon, geef de 12 miljoen mensen gewoon beslissingsrecht over wat ze gaan doen en wij zijn terug weg.
De oplossing is,
But they're
en die
idiots.
zal
Jens.
altijd...
We need
Nee,
to
nee.
decide for them.
No
Ja,
idee.
stomme opmerking misschien, maar op het werk heb ik letterlijk een quote op een productiepagina moeten zeggen: when you make something idiot-proof, there will be a bigger idiot. Er komt het
God
op neer,
invents
maar
a
bon,
bigger idiot.
op vraag van een dienst. Dit geheel terzijde.
Vraag naar een dienst.
When in doubt,
Fireball. Nee.
use hammer.
Yeah.
It will always be the hammer. Everything
know,
is a hammer.
this is indeed the personification.
When you're a
Kjell is the
hammer, every problem looks like a nail.
yeah.
Every problem can be a
so
nail.
I will say that Kjell is the personification of a dungeon master who has his plans all set out and knows everything will be going according to plan. Now, I will say it might be. The one problem is that Kjell isn't the dungeon master, and he might not know everything either. So Who knows?
Kixarian definitely isn't a dungeon master because he would know that nothing ever
That's
goes according.
that's why that's
Yeah.
why I said the one thing he can control is our party. So that's 13. That's why
Exactly,
I'm
and
This
saying
is approaching
what this
levels
goal
of
is.
he can't predict what we're going to do if we don't
Yes.
know what to do.
And that's
Yeah.
what Boris
that's
doing.
why I want to help him.
All right, great.
Now, to be fair,
I'm gonna end
our
the
last
stream
plan
there.
of this is a dumb plan, but they're
Yes.
never going to see it coming.
Me too.
Worked out
Yeah.
extremely well for us.
Yeah, yeah. And before you ruined your own plan, that was working quite well as well. So it's almost like my players have agency, and it is frightening to even them.
We just don't know what the fuck is going on. That's the issue.
This is clear cut. This is very clear cut super
We're
villain
going to
style
show
shit.
up to Kixarian's house with a bomb vest going, I don't know what's going on, but explaining things, or I'm going to pull this string.
Or 12 million people die. Okay.
Yeah. We found this thing outside. Can we bring it in? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna end the stream there, and then we'll plan when we do this next. And hopefully, there's not too much fucking holidays and vacation.